If you're a Guard, Reserve, or Coast Guard veteran filing for a drill injury, somebody has probably told you that without an official line of duty determination, an LOD, your claim is dead on arrival. That's one of the most common myths that stops part-time claims, and it costs thousands of veterans the benefits they earned. Your unit never filed the paperwork when you got hurt, and now you assume you're legally locked out. You're not. An LOD is helpful, but it is not required, and a missing one does not bar service connection. What the VA actually needs is proof that you were in a qualifying duty status and that the injury happened during it. And an LOD is only one of several ways to show that. So by the end of this video, you'll know why Coast Guard and scattered Guard and Reserve records go missing and how to get them in front of the VA, how to close the timeline gap when you didn't see a doctor right away, how to turn a buddy statement into evidence a raider can't wave off, and how to build a file so complete the missing LOD stops mattering. Coast Guard veterans get hit with a different version of the same fear. You injure your shoulder on a cutter, you file, and the claim stalls, and somewhere along the way, you start to wonder if the Coast Guard even counts. It counts. Coast Guard service is qualifying service for VA disability on the same terms as the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Space Force. The branch is not the problem. The problem is where your records live. The Coast Guard sits under a different department than the other services, and its records often route through systems the VA doesn't search first. The same is true for Reserve and Guard records scattered across state and component archives. So your file isn't missing because your service doesn't qualify. It's missing because the VA is looking in the wrong drawer. It's like a book reshelved in the wrong section. It's still in the library. The catalog is just sending everyone to a shelf where it isn't. You don't wait for someone to stumble across it. You walk them to the shelf where it actually sits and hand it over. So you pull your own records, your orders, your service treatment records, and your point statement if you're Guard or Reserve, and submit them directly with your claim instead of trusting the VA to find records parked outside the system it normally pulls from. Even with solid proof you were on drill status, a claim can stall on a timeline gap. You slip off a tactical vehicle on a Sunday during drill, push through the pain, go home, and don't see your civilian doctor until Tuesday. You assume the medical chart connects the dots. Instead, the claim comes back questioned. So why didn't the chart connect the dots? Because dates alone don't connect anything. A raider opens your file months later and sees two entries, a Sunday drill date and a Tuesday diagnosis with a blank stretch in between. A reasonable raider has to ask, did this happen on duty Sunday or at the civilian job on Monday? Nobody is out to deny you. The record just left room to wonder. It's like footprints in snow. If the prints stop, then a blank stretch, then pick up again somewhere else, anyone looking wonders what happened in the gap. Fill in every step and there's nothing left to question, so you close the gap yourself. Pull the unit's muster roster to lock down that you were on duty Sunday. Then get a medical statement from your doctor that ties the Tuesday diagnosis directly to the Sunday mechanism of injury. A clean, connected timeline leaves a raider no blank space to read against you. When you're bridging that gap or standing in for a missing LOD, your own account often gets treated as unverified, so veterans reach for a buddy statement. But most of them are useless because they're vague. I remember him limping back around 2021. A statement that loose doesn't move a claim. A lay statement is legitimate evidence. Under 38 CFR 3.159, the VA is required to consider it, but its weight depends entirely on specificity. A vague memory is weak. A precise account that lines up with the official duty record is strong. That's not a higher legal bar for drill weekends. It's just how any witness account gets weighed. Detail makes it credible. Think of a witness in court. I think I saw something around that time gets waved off. At 1400, I watched him go down during the PT test, his testimony. Same witness, completely different value. So you make the statement land. Use VA Form 2 1-10210, the lay/witness statement, and have your witness put down three things: the exact time of the incident, the specific training event underway, and the precise mechanism of the injury. When your buddy writes that you twisted your knee at 1400 during the fitness test, and that matches the unit's training schedule for that day, a loose memory becomes a record that's hard to dismiss. So you've got your orders, your medical link, your witness statement. The last obstacle is the assumption that none of it counts without that one official LOD. It does count. And here's why. Service connection isn't decided by a single document. Under 38 CFR 3.303, it's decided by the whole picture: an in-service event, a current diagnosis, and a link between the two. The VA is required to weigh all the reliable evidence in your file, not deny you simply because one form is missing. On top of service connection not being decided by a single document, the VA carries a duty to assist under 38 CFR 3.159. It's obligated to make reasonable efforts to obtain your federal and service records, and that duty grows when records are missing through no fault of your own. So you are not standing there alone, holding an incomplete file. It's like proving you were somewhere on a specific night without the one photo you wish you had. You've got the receipts, the texts, 3 people who saw you. No single missing item sinks you when everything else lines up. So your move isn't to chase the one document that doesn't exist. It's to make the rest of the record so complete that the missing form no longer matters. Put your orders, your medical evidence, and your specific witness statements together as one clean package and point the VA to the records it still needs to pull. A complete file answers the question the LOD was supposed to answer, which is the whole point. You don't have to hold all this in your head. We built you the LOD proof builder. Tell it what happened and when, whether you got an LOD or not, and who witnessed it, and it hands you back the exact stack of records that proves your injury without one. It's built, it's waiting, it's yours. Use it. Before we close, nothing here is a promise of any particular rating. Every claim is different. What we give you is the cleanest way we know to execute. For Guard and Reserve, Women Veterans Step by Step, or Benefits News, subscribe to the channel that fits your fight. Once you've assembled that proof, you've cleared the injury-proof stage. In the next video, we break down how to actually submit your file and how to set it up so it moves through the system instead of stalling out. Unlock your file, claim your status,